Today's how to build is on this Space Land Rover. A couple quick notes before we jump into the build. You can skip ahead to the building instructions using the table of contents in the video description. As with the previous Magic Picnic build on a car, this is a build that was not designed by me. It was designed by my very talented friend and collaborator, David Pickett. If you haven't already, please subscribe to his YouTube channel and tell him how much you like his builds. This rover was built for the Magic Picnic as part of a giant robot. We knew that we wanted different things to turn into the legs, and we knew that we wanted something from space. So this rover kind of made sense as a leg rover. So it's very easy to transform this into legs, but it also kind of looks like something somebody might actually drive in space for whatever reason you need a rover for. Maybe it's an exploration vehicle, maybe it's a gas tanker, I don't know. Use your imagination. In addition to the shape, the color scheme here definitely is trying to reference classic space, which used a lot of blue. Almost has kind of like an ice planet feel with the white elements on it. But yeah, definitely a lot of that classic space vibe going on with this rover. All right, let's take this apart and start building. Okay, for the rover, we're gonna start with a very classic like space and boat piece. This 4x4 kind of plate that bends upward, kind of like a slope. I don't know. I think of it as a hull piece. One of these. And we're working in blue, but if you want to do this in a different color, you're of course welcome to do that. On top of this, we'll take a 2x4 plate in dark gray, or whatever color you want your stripe in the middle of this to be. We chose dark gray. Then you're going to want one of these big click hinge pieces, and it's important that you want the click hinge to go up and down like this, since this will be a foot. Then, depending on which half of the rover you're building, you'll either do a 1x2 here or a 1x2 on the other side. And then opposite of that, you'll take 1x1 plate with clip and 1x1. Then you'll build on that some white 1x1 rounds, or studs as some people like to call them. And then a red transparent cone going forward. Here, take one of these fun 2x4 to 2x2 wedge plates and a 2x2 upward slope that's going to hang on the front there. Next layer, take a 1x4 plate there in blue, some corner plates in blue, do a 1x2 in dark gray there. Then you can take this big like hull top piece or front of a jet ski, whatever that piece is to you, in blue to do that. And then we'll take some 1x2 panels in blue, give a little definition to the seating area, and some kind of cool control panel printed 1x2 tile. Now the one thing that you'll reverse when you're doing the other half of the rover is just where this thing is sticking off the side, so they should be mirrored like that. So I'm not going to show you building that one because it's really all that's different is that one thing flipped. So that's the front part of the rover. Okay, now for the middle section of the rover. Start with some 2x4 and a 1x4 plate in blue. Let's take some 1x4 Technic bricks in dark gray, like so. 1x2 upward slopes in dark gray off the back. Down the center, this is going to be a click hinge grabber brick. I'm sure there's a better name for that, but that's what I'm calling it. You can go crazy with this 2x2, it'll be invisible, but we're being pretty tame and just putting light gray in there. Going to want one of these click hinge 1x2 bricks. Click hinges are delightful, especially when you want something to lock into place. Fill this whole thing up with 4x6 worth of plate. Next level, we'll do the center first. 2x3 brick in blue, 2x2 where you could go crazy with colors, a 1x2 dark gray panel. Now this is the thing that will switch sides depending on which half of the Rover you're doing. So for the half we're building, we'll put a Technic brick, then some fancy 1x2s in white and blue with those lines on them for extra detail. But you'd put those on the reverse side for the other half, and a 1x6 brick for this. So swap those in the other half of the Rover. And then just cover the top with a whole bunch of 2x2 downward slopes in blue, and a 2x6 plate, and center some transparent red studs in the top if you can. Always tricky to get that right, but it looks great once you do it. Aha! Da 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 da! Middle section. So you can go ahead and connect the front, and you can already click it to be a foot and like a lower leg, or, you know, like the face of a lizard mech. I don't know. Have fun with it. And let's now do the rear module. So start off with some 2x4 plates and some corner plates in blue. Push all of that together with a 1x6 Technic brick on each side. Down the center, let's do some click hinges that go on the inside of the other click hinges we put. A 1x2 brick like that, that's got studs on the side and a grill plate on that. Top all of that with a 4x6. Next level. This is again something you'll do on opposite sides depending on what's going on, but this is blue, white, blue with those fancy 1x2s. 2x3 down the center, some whatever you want in a 2x2 space. One of these 2x2 click hinge bricks. This one you want the click hinge to go this way rather than what we did on the foot. And a 1x6, again these things switch depending on what you're doing. And put some downward slopes in the front and the back. And here's the thing that flips from one version to the other. So the side we're doing, we're going to put a 1x2 and a 1x1 here and leave that blank. So flip that on the other side when you're doing the other version. Put that like there. This big hose piece is going to come off of that. And on the top we'll do a 2x6 plate, a white 1x2 like that, and some transparent red studs that'll take me forever to center. Haha, got it. All right, so now you can click the click hinges that secretly connect underneath there, and you've got one half of the Rover. This goes around from up there to the side there. Okay, so now if you didn't already, go back and rewatch everything that you just did and make the other version, which is just that mirror image in those few places along. And now you've got two different legs here. Now when you're doing this for the robot, you'll keep them apart, but we're going to connect them with 1, 2, 3 black Technic pins. And these will connect into the robot when that's existing, but when it's just a Rover, just push them like that so they kind of look like a thing in the back. Then for the wheels, Technic pins there, there, and there on both sides. Those hoses have a tendency to come off a little bit. My bad. Oh, and I have an extra pin. I guess you could put another pin on the inside if you want it a little more stable. And then these big black Space Rover wheels. I don't know what else to call them. They're the wheels for Space Rovers, and that is not where you put the pins. You put the pins at the front and the back. Not those weird middle spots I just did them, so I lied. I'm sorry. Pin, pin, pin. Wheel, wheel, wheel. So that's the Rover. Again, the wheels on this don't spin super well. They do technically, if you push it down, they'll spin, but this is not something you're gonna like fly across. It just kind of looks cool, but you could technically, I guess, get rid of that layer of plates on the bottom if you want it to roll a little better, but I think it looks good and it rolls well enough for our purposes, which is, you know, whatever. And you can use those click hinge to make the back go up like that, or these things go like that, depending on, you know, what you want this thing to be. Again, it'll be legs eventually. Legs. These 2x2 spots are perfect for putting drivers in. I don't have the minifigs that drove this in the Magic Picnic, the aliens, because those are David Pagano's minifigures. But you could just put, you know, regular Matt and Anna in there, or you could take Matt Borg and Cyber Anna and stick them in the driver's seat. Luckily, the driving space is big enough that these oversized minifigures actually fit in perfectly, despite the fact we didn't design it for them at all. So they can go now have intergalactic adventures. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to Brick 101 and Paganomation, and check out all my future how to build videos.